Hi everyone, I'm Jacalyn Kow, and here with me today I've got Pang and Effi. Welcome guys. Thanks for joining me here at Bean Brothers Cafe. Now, the Mobile World Congress recently for 2016 was held in Barcelona in February. So what were the main takeaways from you guys? What resonated with you the most?
Well, for me, I think there were a lot of new products that was centered on VR. I think
virtual reality.
Yeah, virtual reality. So it's a central theme that was taken over this year. So we saw a lot of new VR tech, VR headsets. So last year Samsung had already had the Gear VR. So this year they kind of just showed how the new Galaxy S7 smartphone would make things a lot better, the VR experience to make it a lot better. LG had their own VR headset, it was okay. Lenovo had one, which is already available in Malaysia.
And do you need to move around with it?
It basically lets you watch YouTube videos, 360 videos, without actually having to move your arms around with it. So that's one aspect, and the other one was a lot of VR-related gaming aspects. So we have the Oculus was showing off a little bit of their new consumer product. The cool one actually was from HTC, which showed the new Vive consumer VR headset, VR gaming set. Because it's not just a headset, it comes with the controllers and also cameras to track every movement.
Cameras as well?
Yes.
Yeah. So do you need to set up your cameras around you?
Yeah, essentially you need an open space to actually use it.
I think it's
you probably
7
need
feet
a
by
padang
7
for
feet
that.
or something.
Yeah, at least.
You have to have a minimum amount of space for it to properly track your movement, because I think that's the only VR that actually you have to walk around to play a game instead of just sitting on a chair and exploring the world. So in terms of immersion, I would say that the Vive is something that is different, that you cannot get from a Gear VR, from the LG, from the Oculus itself. So it's a totally different way of seeing what VR should be. It should be more immersive according to HTC.
So for the HTC Vive, would you need a PC for that? Or?
Yes.
Yeah.
It basically is a set that needs to be powered by a very powerful PC.
So I would think that is kind of like a downside, just a little bit, because not many people would own a high-tech PC. But for gamers, they might have already customized.
The Vive is already targeted at gamers only at a very hardcore or a very high level, because the entry, the set itself is not going to be cheap. It's about 700 USD, something like that. And to run it, you need to have equally powerful hardware, which is going to take maybe another 2,000 USD. Yeah.
How do you think the Malaysian audience would respond to this? Do you think there's a market for it? Are you a gamer yourself?
I'm a gamer. I live in the 80s. I remember going to Genting, trying the first generation VR, where everything is very flat shaded. And they've been saying that VR is going to be a thing before 2000. So you can say that I'm a bit skeptical, because I've heard the sales pitch 30 years ago.
A long time ago.
And I'm still skeptical, because we actually haven't seen actual games.
Yeah, that's true.
Actual hardcore games. Most of the games that have been developed now are more casual.
Casual games.
More like demos of you walking around, Star Wars experience where you can hold a lightsaber, which is, it's more like a novelty, if I can be honest.
I think maybe the technology has kind of caught up with the dream from the 80s. The technology is coming there, and I think
So they're late to the party, is that it?
No, I think it's not so actually. The technology is finally maturing enough for manufacturers saying that, hey, this actually can be a pretty big deal. This is actually something that can happen, and maybe in the coming years, you've seen HTC has done this with Vive. Sony is doing something with PlayStation VR, which is also a similar concept. Eventually, I think there will be a time when gaming will be VR gaming will be a pretty serious deal, and you need to have dedicated rooms. Gaming rooms isn't just going to be a couch and a TV anymore. It's going to be an open space.
Is there a consumer appetite in Malaysia, a sufficient one for virtual reality?
Depending on the price points, I think the technology as a whole is still very young. Right now, in terms of like how much consumers actually want it, it's not so much that they want it, it's more like they're kind of curious, like what is exactly VR? What exactly is VR? What kind of, and it also depends on what kind of content is available to them. So that in that sense, YouTube is helping that.
But having said that, if I go to Lawyat Forum, especially on these very enthusiast gamers, they are really up for it, man. They really want it. So in the small circle of enthusiast gamers, there are a lot of demand for it because they always want to be a step.
They want the highest.
They want
end.
the highest. They want to separate themselves from the
Correct.
console peasants because they say, oh, you're on console, you can't do this.
They want to show off lah.
They always want to show off, always trying to prove that PC gaming is the epitome of gaming, and they just want to have the best of the best.
Would you buy it?
I would really try it. I really would like to try
I would.
it. Like,
Yeah.
I would. I want it just because I've been waiting for 30 years. Make the dream come true. Stop lying to me.
exactly.
All right, so make the dream come true. The VR, one of the highlights at the MWC held in Barcelona in February. Thank you so much, Effi. Thank you so much, Pang, for joining me right here at the Bean Brothers Cafe.